What's going on? I ain't got time to fix the lighting this time. Okay. Too Close to Home. Season 1, Episode 5. A surprise visit. And we start off back down at the diner. Remember, Marty had choked the hell out of poor little Bunny. She finally waking up and he tell her little girl this a warning visit. She said, you know your old man JB? He got 18 hours to come up with my stuff. Or it's you dead, your mama dead, your sister dead, and he dead. Now Bonnie tried to lie and said that oh, my feet going to sleep. He tried to lie and say that well, she tried to lie and say that she ain't no sister, but Marty already know the 10. He done told her that. Okay, now if y'all recall last episode, Bonnie had called down to the police department because Shelby was driving high as hell, so she called them to make sure that she didn't move Rick's car, okay, his truck. Well, look like she didn't call back down there and tell them never mind on that call because Sheriff Mobley arrived as Marty is there. And Bonnie basically was trying to, get Marty on out the building. But Sheriff Mobley wasn't slow at all. He was like, he asked him what his name was. He said his name Marty. He asked Marty who. He didn't really answer that question. Kind of went on about his business. Told Bonnie, you know what I just told you. And something was said, I don't remember, but Marty leaves and Sheriff Mobley tell him, you might want to watch him. He look like bad news, okay? Now, you got Victor and Anna finally arriving on old Happy, Alabama. And he noticed this bar, and he talking about part over here. We finna go have some drinks. Anna said, no, don't go in there. They not fun of outsiders, and you kind of flamboyant. In other words, you pretty. Okay, we don't do that around here. Well, he dropped Anna off at the trailer park, and she over there knocking on her mama trailer, but she don't get no answer. When Mac and Rebel looks out the window and wonder like, what's she doing back here? She knock on their door. Rebel say don't open the door, but Matt opened it anyway. And you could tell off the bat that Rebel ain't here for her. Now Matt say Rebel was telling Matt, don't let her up in here because she ain't coming up in here and mess up our lives. Matt said, let her in, and they small talk, and it's clear that Rebel, like I said, not here for her. Matt said to her, well, she asked Matt why her mama didn't answer that door, basically. Rebel said, won't you go over there? We was over here debating who gonna take her food. Won't you take her over there, told her where the key was and tell her, go see for yourself, okay? And so she do. She go in that trailer park, and it was exactly like how some of us had originally said. This lady is a hoarder. She got shit every damn where, and she has gained oh God, she is morbidly obese. So I can just imagine what it must smell like. Why them people was leaving out of there, throwing up and stuff. Okay, it reeked. Anna standing there looking at her mama in disbelief. Her mama talking about, Anna, she said, come over here and give me a hug. And she did, child. I don't know how she did that. Then mama changed, talking about, don't look at me like that. You been messing around with the president. She said, no. She went to shaming the girl or trying to tell the girl she's skinny. I could never look like you, girl. I could never look like you is what she should have told her. Well, she told Anna to give her plate. Anna said it on the end. She was like, girl, don't put that down there. You know I cannot reach that. Hand me my plate. So Anna gives it to her, and she said, she asked her, she said, is that whole president thing true? She said, she looked at Anna, she said, yeah, I could tell. It is. It is. She said, I thought that Jean had missed you. What Jean, mama? The whole Jean. She said, your sister a hoe and your daughter's a little bitch. That's when we learn that. We learn Rebel is goddamn Anna's daughter. So, girl, not only did you leave your family in the slums, as your mama reminded you while you was living in the mansion, you also left your daughter there, too. Girl, you ain't shit. And then you ain't been back in all that time. She told, like I said, her mama told her, you left us in the slums while you up there living in the mansions with all that plenty money. She said it wasn't like that. She told Anna, don't be looking at me like that, girl. I broke my knee, and I couldn't get around like I used to no more. Girl, mama, you is... Anna looked like she was about to get sick. Her mama told her, don't you get sick in here. You can leave. I'm thinking to myself, she threw up in here, it wouldn't be that big of a difference. I mean, it just add in with what's already here. But okay, Anna go outside, and of course she did what I probably would have did, which is throw up. Okay. Now Victor, he done checked into the pepper meal inn. She decides to, and he decides because he a rebel too, he gonna go to the bar. Now you done been warned, don't go to this bar, but you go in there and you ask the bartender who already side-eyeing you when you walk in there because you look like, you pretty. You ask for a martini, the bartender point at this other female bartender and say she the one that make the fruity drinks. Well, she made it, but she put it in a solo cup and told him, you might want to take this to go cup. Your kind might not be not do too well up in here. Well, instead of him just taking that, now you'd have been warned by Anna. You'd have been warned by this lady at this bartender. Instead of him taking his drink, going on up to the pepper meal inn and drinking his drink. No, he wants to dance. Talking about, I'm staying. I want to dance. And guess who show up in the bar? Shelby shows up. She, right off the bat, he tell her short's pretty. This bitch gets trying to hustle the man for a drink. Well, as time lapses on, she wind up, dancing with him and he buying drinks. She started raising the man tab and whatnot. Victor out there on that dance floor, he done grabbed this man butt. We don't do that in the South, honey. That's the quickest way to come up stinking round one of these trees, okay? Don't be messing with people like that because they don't play that. Okay, now the woman already had pushed them away. They still dancing and Shelby still hustling drinks off of his ass, just having themselves a wang dang doodle of a time, if you will. That Shelby something else. Now we also had in this episode a scene with Bonnie taking Brody's motorcycle back to him finally. And he notices the bruises around her neck. But of course, Bonnie is not going to discuss with him anything that's going on with her. Because automatically, he assumed that JB, had done that to her. Not knowing that it really wasn't no JB this time. But she ain't going to discuss that with him. Because she already know how he feel about JB. They ain't cool like that, okay? Well, seemed like to me she started a fight so she could get away. He asked her why she got attitude. Is it because he called Anna? She said, no. She said, I ain't tripping about that because I already knew that, you only chose me because Anna and I kind of resemble each other. He said, that ain't got nothing to do with it. He said, I was genuinely concerned about her, but I love you. She looking at him like, whatever, I don't really care about that. Look, on my days off, I'm going to be around here to sit with Dr. Adams for my mama rent. That's it, that's all. And she pretty much, that was the end of that conversation. Later on, JB is down there at the diner where Shelby done left. Ooh, my legs is going to sleep, America. But I'm sitting up on a stool, really. But shit, that hurt, y'all. JB down at that diner trying to break in the Rick truck. Now, Bonnie passed by and see that. She stops the car, jumps out, and gets to asking him, some guy named Marty then come here and yoke me up. What did you take from that man? He said I was supposed to do a drop for him for $30,000. She said, what kind of drop? He said, drugs. She said, you some bitch, slapped the shit out of him and said, you done put us in all of this kind of mess. Now this man is threatening me and threatening you and threatening my family over what? He said, I did it for you. Hell, I did it for you and your mama. Now all of a sudden he a good Samaritan. No, you did that for yourself. Well, like I said, she slapped the shit out of him and told him, oh boy, say you got 18, okay? Now Dexter called down there to Happy to talk to Victor because he worried about him. Victor go outside to answer the phone, and of course, he basically is telling him, don't worry about me. I got this here. It's like Victor trying to prove that he don't need nobody and he don't want to be told what to do. And I don't understand what that shit is all about because truth be told, you really is out of your, you out your league right about now and you need to chill out, okay? Anyway, child. He gonna tell the man, well, I'm fine and I might choose to, rub on some chicks or some dicks. And I might even want to pick on one of these old fine country boys down here. Why he say that at the moment that JB walking by him? JB like, what? He was like, oh, I'm just playing. old boy that he felt on ass grabbed his ass in there. He out there too talking about he did me just like that. He ain't playing. Child, next thing we know, they finna whoop motherfucking Polar Victor ass with Dix on the phone just losing his mind, child. So in this episode, basically, and this is the shortest version that I could give y'all, because I don't have the time to really just go scene by scene, but y'all got a gist of what was going on. All we learned in this episode was that Anna got a daughter named Rebel, and finally we see why don't nobody want to fuck with the mama or go by the mama house, because remember the other waitress down at the diner had told her, I had told Bonnie, I'll go check on your children, but I ain't fooling with your mama. And she also had said in one of them episodes that she can't, her mama trailer so bad, she can't even open the windows on that side because the smell is just absolutely horrible. So we know now her mama is morbidly obese, living in squalor, basically. And this girl, Anna, not only did she leave her family, she left her daughter too, and her daughter ain't here for her. So that's basically where we cut off at. In the meantime, this was a good filler episode is what it was. That's why it ain't that long. So in the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys back for the next video. Peace out, people.